Excuse me, do you happen to have a farthing for old grey hair? Here's another message for you from Gurlin. Such fine robes, and yet so miserly. I only wanted a farthing, and I won't bother you again either.
Hey, it's you. What a coincidence. Oh, just fine. The captain has given me a special mission here. We're looking for reinforcements, because, well, some strange things have been going on here the last few nights. No, not really. I don't know anything. I was on fatigue duty at the time. You know what I mean. But the captain can tell you all about it.
It's you! Preos and Rondra be praised! There was a good reason for not giving him any details. He would only spread unrest among the citizens.
Don't involve any more innocent people in this, Nimralf. Leave it to the Inquisition. I already sent for them.
Yes, you've said that already, Dion Irian. But how many must die before Grand Inquisitor Dexter Nemrod gets here? Until he does, I will take this in hand.
I tried to warn you, but if you don't listen, I can't help you. The Grand Inquisitor will not be pleased to hear of your actions. I am leaving.
Now to you. We're in serious trouble, and as you know, I don't have enough people to get this situation under control. Last night, the Night Watch heard someone screaming horribly near the harbor. When they went to investigate, they found the corpse of a man who had been terribly mutilated. We asked the inhabitants. Witnesses said they saw a huge animal with a silver mane, walking upright. If that makes the rounds, the whole town will soon be in an uproar. I fear we have a werewolf in town. That's what Laurelin the elf said when I told him about the creature. The Preos priest thinks we should wait until the Inquisition arrives, but I don't want to wait and have even more citizens killed by this beast. We'll organize a hunt for it with as many armed men as we can find. If the gods smile on us, we'll corner the beast and kill it. I want to have this problem solved by the time the sun comes up tomorrow. I'm a man of action, not of words. You can stay in the barracks and rest until the hunt starts tonight. So, what do you say? Can I count on you? By Rondra, I won't forget this. I knew from the start that you had what it takes. I think you know where your quarters are. Ah, there you are. Now our team is complete. Are you ready? Very simple. It's bait for the wolf. We'll find a suitable place for it and hide in ambush. Then when the wolf appears, maybe we can surprise it. If we attack the werewolf, it may try to escape. So we've put up barricades all over town. That way we can corner it. The town gates are also closed, so it won't be able to escape. May the goddess of victory smile on us this night. Forward, men! I'll tie up the goat here. When the wolf leaps onto the bait, maybe we can surround it before it notices us. You better hide with the others. Ye gods! He set a trap for us! Look for cover! It's about to leap at us! By Rondra, that was a close call. These beasts really pressed us hard. I'm pretty badly injured. You'll have to finish it off without me. That creature was already severely wounded when it fled. Follow it into the temple and kill it. I'll be there as soon as I can. Ah, I see you've slain the werewolf. Well, that could explain why we haven't heard from the Inquisition. I'll attend to this matter in due course. Yes, I agree. But the main thing is that it's over. Whew, that was a long night. Let's get back to the barracks. Tomorrow is another day of plenty of work for me and the rest of my men. And you have good reason to celebrate, at least a bit. Ah, good to see you. None of us would have survived this day without you. I hope you've recovered sufficiently. Yes, we spent the last few hours repairing the damage in town and recovering the bodies of many a good man. At least they didn't die in vain. I had this Andergastian sword engraved for you. It will always remind you of this hunt and of our friendship. May Rondra's blessing accompany you.
Ah, Kano. So you're doing the honors again. Do you want to come in?
Well, then, shall we pay Nadarit's thieves a visit?
Can your companion be trusted?
Well now, I'll vouch for him with my good name.
Then step right in. Don't even bother going to the boys upstairs. You can find the Silver Vixen downstairs.
Well, well, if it isn't the King of Thieves from Havina.
No. Unfortunately, that's not him.
Ah, not yet? Is it maybe because of the redhead?
Everything has its price.
I don't think that's relevant here, Kano.
Ah, I see. Very well. What can I do for you? Oh, well, it's actually very hush-hush. But now that you're here, it probably won't hurt if you're in on it. We're Danio of Ferdian's 11 accomplices, and we're getting ready for our biggest fexcapade yet. Well, for one, there's a Ferdian. Of course, he's the leader of our gang. Then there's Linus and Reuben here, who are practicing their sneaking skills. Rosenbeck is very important to this enterprise, too. I assume he's working on the numbers again. After all, he's responsible for the planning. The two sleepers upstairs are the Night Foxes, our burglars. Then there are the two hill dwarf twins Ligrawash and Krutwash for all kinds of diversionary tactics. And Herman, our man for disarming underhanded traps, is sitting in front and wants to be left alone. And finally there's me, Saul Guildensternbag, the man with the big plan. Oh really? Only 10? I mean, of course. That's part of the plan. What would a fexcapade be without a surprise? Well then, do you want to know anything else? Ha! Well, we would be pretty stupid to reveal our big plan to another thief. Let me just say that we're planning everything to the last detail here. Well then, do you want to know anything else? Unfortunately, we have a little problem there. 2 to be exact. For one thing, Linus, who's playing the cook, still can't really cook properly.
And if you keep criticizing me all the time, then I'll never learn how.
And then we still have the problem that a Ferdian tested that slop. Now he's been out of commission for days. And without our ringleader, we can't make our move. Which goes without saying. Well then, do you want to know anything else? What? No. Everything is going according to plan. Thanks for your offer, but we don't need any help. After all, everything is planned perfectly. And it'll stay that way. There's nothing for you to do. Well then, do you want to know anything else?
Yes, what is it now? But of course,
But of course not! After all, we have a creme de flambe, a soufflé de soufflé, eggs to poach, and a roast to sauté.
You heard the man. Sorry. Maybe Gilden Sternbag at the table over there can answer a few of your questions.
Yes? What do you want? Can I do anything for you? I'm sitting. Just that. I'm sitting. Yes, I can. I just want to sit. Who says so? I tell you, I simply want to sit here. But I don't want to go outside. I just want to sit. No, I don't want to disguise. I want to sit here. But I don't even want to go outside. I only want to sit here.
"11 pairs of boots with soft leather soles, 1 rock goblin, 4 bellowing hamsters, 12 vials of ear poison at 4 silver per vial equals... What? Just a minute, please. Oh, fix it all. I've miscounted. What do you want? What am I doing here? What do you think I'm doing here? I'm counting, estimating, haggling, bribing, cataloging, and categorizing. Without me, these guys would only be mediocre cut purses. How did you find out about the Fexcapade? It's supposed to be top secret. Ah, those old blabbermouths. Their ability to keep secrets is even worse than their cooking. But since you are already in the know about it, to be honest, Guildsternbag is in charge of the overall planning. I plot the finer points down to the smallest detail, but I've already said too much. What is it now? You can be sure that you won't get anything else out of me. Well, it's not exactly going to be free, but it's possible to save a few farthings here and there with the right connections. You just have to think of everything. For example, our guild building doesn't cost us a single kreuzer. Dilga Panic signed it over to us for absolutely nothing. I don't even want to think about what would happen if we didn't think of everything. Inconceivable. Of course. I have the grapples, the oil, the fish barrels, the getaway coach. By fex, I forgot about the getaway vehicle. Now I have to start all over again. Is there anything else?
Kano. What a surprise. And you are not alone. Who do I have the pleasure of meeting?
Dilga, the pussycat from Festum, dream of my sleepless nights. Don't worry about the company I keep. I'm vouching for her.
Ah, Kano, you helpless rabbit. You are never good at lying. Nevertheless, welcome. You may call me Dilga, the Silver Vixen. Would you like to do something for me? I would like to know what that newly arrived ship is unloading in the harbor. An unobtrusive glance should suffice. But remember, no blood spilling. Stay inconspicuous. If the chests are guarded, use your head.
Hello, handsome. What can I do for you? Well, I'm all ears. I already have an idea what it's about. I've heard that line before. I don't care what kind of crooked scheme you have up your sleeve. And that drives up the price, of course. Hee hee, honey bunny, not bad. You know a thing or two about sweet talking. I'll do it for you, my pumpkin.
What is it? What do you mean by that? He isn't hanging around that trollop again, is he? What? I'll see to it that no good gets moving.
Welcome to Fex's Halls. How can I help you? By Fex, who would have thought that? It's truly a red herring. That was outstanding work. Here, take this as a mark of my appreciation.
You there? Stop. Yes, go away. Nothing here for midget man. Correct. Road end here. Yeah. Road go on. Yes, but road only for troll. It's troll road. Right. And you midget man. And midget man not troll. So go you elsewhere. Course we know. Glitterman good friend, and he sure not say we let other midget man through. So, you no go through. Yes, he be. He give us always reward. Tongues, sweet tongues. Maybe you bring sweet tongues. Show us, you friend of little spellcaster. Yeah, right name. Sweet, good. We not care how much cost. Want to past us go? Bring you sweet tongues. Taste them so much good.
Do you want to come and take a look at my newest wares? A fresh load of goods just in. Come and buy before everything is sold out. There's nothing that Otto doesn't have or can't get. What exactly is this special something you're interested in? You would like candied bird's tongues? Well, that's disgusting and even decadent on top of that. Stop, not so fast. You haven't let me finish what I wanted to say. Something like that is exactly Otto's cup of tea. Well, listen, I wouldn't be Crooked Otto if I didn't have any. Here, take a peek at my special offer, and it goes without saying, it's an especially good bargain for a friend.
Little man back. You have sweet tongues? You show, quick. Much sweet tongues. Friend, you good friend. You pass. We have gift for good friend of troll. We, find stuff. You look, you take. Metal thing or cloth lump. You say, we give you. Here. For troll too small. Maybe fit you. Pass, friend. We eat now.
Please, don't hurt me. No more anguish. I implore you. Forgive me, but I can't communicate with you in any other way. I understand your thoughts, but the language of you landfolk is foreign to me. I was afraid that he had come back at first. He lived on land like you. He made me suffer a great deal. But he suffered too. He hasn't come back to this place for a long time. This is not my home, but I am a prisoner here. My name is Ivy Lyell. I belong to the waterfolk. You who live on land call us the water nymphs, I believe. The one who lives on land, who I told you about. He shackled me to this place. Do you see these rocks here? He placed a mighty spell on them, so that I'm unable to leave this island. Yes, the rivers and depths of the ocean are home to us. Yet at times we go on land, where we meet some of your kind. That frequently brings us children of the water a great deal of pain. One of your kind saw me on the shore one night and came over to me. He said that I belonged to him now and bound me to the spot. But I can't survive here. I long to return to my people. Perhaps there is a way, but to help me you must understand the herbs of the forest. The one who lives on land used them to work the spell. My senses were numb when he brought me here. I couldn't see everything he did exactly, but he placed herbs in the bowls on these stones, a different one in each. They can be turned, but I can't interpret the symbols on them. However, I do know that the right herbs are needed to work the magic. I beg you, help me. If you find the right herbs and turn the stones in the right way, then I'll surely be set free. you would be guaranteed my gratitude for all time. I can't bear this place any longer. I've been separated from my people for such a long time. The chill in my extremities, it has disappeared. You did it. I'm free. I'm so happy. I can finally go back to the waters of my homeland. Back home to my own people. Thank you. I don't have anything precious that I can give you for it. But perhaps I can give you a gift that you will think is much more valuable. Open your mind to me.
Stop right there. You can't go any further this way. We don't know yet. The villagers reported that there had been a bright light and a bang, and then this strange vortex appeared above the Magician's Tower. Captain Nimrelf has ordered the access to the Magician's Tower to be closed off until we find out what happened here.
Exactly. As far as we know, that thing could get bigger and bigger and end up swallowing the whole village.
Yes, that's a good idea. Let him go check on things.
You've taken leave of your senses. I'm not sending anyone in there if I don't know what the risks are.
Oh yeah? If someone wants to volunteer to go in there to help, may he not do so? Are we going to wait until the sky falls on our heads before any action is taken?
Oh, what the heck. You can go through. Maybe Fex is well disposed towards us and it'll turn out to be harmless.
And anyway, why do we even need you bailiffs, when any Tom, Dick, or Harry that comes along has more courage than you?
Very well. Just let them be spiteful. They are only farmers after all. I hope you are successful and come back to us in one piece.
Oh, you gave me a start.
Whatever kind of spell that is, I've never come across it before. He wanted to protect himself from something. Apparently, the spell has other effects as well.
I found him like that. He must have jumped out of the room with the powerful leap. Whatever shall we do? He is... But... if he had only allowed... Master Brookbeard was working in his lab, on a conjuring formula. I was collecting herbs outside when a bright flash of light, accompanied by a tremendous thunderclap, came down on the tower. The ground shook, and I was knocked down. And then, it was only then I saw it. A rift in the fabric of the spheres, directly above the tower. When I had collected myself again, I hurried to the laboratory immediately and, yes, discovered this here. I don't know. The Master, without him, Yes, we could try to open the door to the laboratory. The cause of the rift in the spheres must be in there. We can open it with the object the Master is holding in his hand. Agreed, but caution is imperative. A spell on the door seals it when there's impending danger. Only Foldigor knows what's behind it.
If there's an unknown danger from Limbo lurking behind this door, we should be well armed and proceed with caution.
It's you. You're alive. What a great relief. It would have been very difficult for me to explain your disappearance. I hardly dared to hope. I had already expected the worst after all this time.
By the chains of Satanav! You... Oh... No. Several hours have elapsed during your absence.
But of course, the Limbus Shield. It must have come into contact with the Sphere of Time. When we found Master Brookbeard, he seemed to be frozen in ice. And so was the Fire Spirit. While we banished the Fire Spirit inside the sphere, time still continued its accustomed course outside the shield. That's the only explanation that makes sense.
I was able to clear up the matter calmly and quietly. And that's not all.
After Hus and Diana freed me from my stasis, I tried to seal the rift in the spheres. Yet, I also had to maintain the second shield. After all, you are still in there. The elemental could have escaped, but having observed many hours of your masterly combat techniques, although it all seemed to be in slow motion to us, we were sure that you would be victorious. You will want a reward, of course, and rightfully so. You have performed an invaluable service on behalf of science and... me, of course, and the mortal world. That's the reason I feel compelled to reward you as follows. Here, this magician's hat is your reward. I hope it will prove to be useful to you. No. I am the one who should be grateful. Well, what can I say? I shall have to put everything in order here first before I can continue my research. But please, feel free to visit me now and then.
You there, sailor. Do you belong to this ship? I have to talk to you. Very well. I'm looking for a means of travel. The ship I was originally scheduled to sail on has apparently been delayed.
What's going on here? Is this guy causing trouble? Uh-huh. And where do you want to go?
By your leave. My name is Enno of Vardark. I was on the way to Falconhurst Hunting Estate to take up my duties as Lord Protector there. Unfortunately.
I see. If you would excuse us for just a teeny tiny moment, please. Yes? Good. Not at all. Just the opposite. I know that estate belongs to some filthy rich nobleman. If he is the administrator, then he's anything but poor. For sure we can get a pretty penny out of him for a journey.
Are there any problems? Well, I knew there would be problems. There are always problems. Oh, how I hate these administrative tasks. Listen, no matter what... Oh, no problems. Oh, I'm surprised. Well then, I have to get there urgently, so I'll offer you 20 ducats.
Very generous of you. You have your passage.
Would you be kind enough to load my belongings onto the ship? It's only these few chests behind me.
But...
Very good. Then that's settled too. Don't make any effort to be careful. The wagon driver was so rough when he unloaded my things that everything is broken by now in any case.
The endless rocking of Delbrak's ship really set my beard on edge, and... Yes, I'll get on with the story in a minute. Today's youth is always so impatient. But I still have to tell you about the comical beanpole of a Lord Protector that wanted to be a knight. He nagged constantly until we brought him to his master's hunting grounds. At that point, I finally wanted to stretch my legs.
Halves be praised. I have finally got here. Now I can dedicate myself to my boring duties and pretend as if they were significant deeds. If you want to call the constant wet conditions, the intolerable back and forth rolling of a boat journey, and worries about cargo a pleasure, then I suppose I enjoyed it. A Vardok doesn't like to pay, but he pays. Here are your 20 ducats as agreed. Oh, don't mention it. Even though it's difficult to admit, the journey with you was at least interesting. If you so desire, you may hunt on the manor grounds. You have my permission as Lord Protector. It would be best to speak with the master of the hunt should you need assistance. And don't hesitate to look me up later. Surely I'll come across enough unforeseeable situations in the administration of a manor that I can use your help with. Till then.
Delighted to make your acquaintance. If you have any questions at all, or if you need anything for the hunt, I am at your service. You have a hunting permit, so you may start stalking as you wish and when you wish. However, there is something that you could do for the Lord Protector, a small matter.
A favor? Tell me more.
Yes, sir. There are some giant stag beetles plaguing us at the moment. Someone has to stop them, or soon they will have devoured all the bark from our trees. I cannot demand that you do this, sir, but please speak with the Lord Protector and ask him if he agrees.
This suggestion appeals to me very much. Be so kind as to free us from this plague. You will receive a reward for every poison gland you find, or whatever these things have.
You heard the Lord Protector agree. You will probably find the giant stag beetles on the south bank, but do not be overly disappointed if you can't find any poison glands.
Would you lend me your ear for a moment? I have bad news. It is never good news, is it? The master of the hunt has detected some unwelcome guests. A band of orcs is camped out on my hunting preserve and blocked the area at the rear with a huge barrier. Can you take care of that for me? How can I help you? Please, surprise me with some good news. That is not really good news, because it means that I have to tell the servants to remove the felled tree. Can you tell them for me? Then their moans will grate on your ears, and not on mine. If you must. This modest hunting preserve is used by Count Orsino of Falconhurst to relieve him of the stress of his, let us say, government business. Although a surprising number of young ladies also seem to have an important role to play here as well. Do you wish to know more? The Count of Angbar Lake also possesses the title of the Baron of Long Lake. One title is not enough for the gentleman, and I'm sure that still more titles will come his way. His gallant ways and his band of acquaintances of all types have gained him much favor at the Emperor's court. I can't say the same for myself. Do you wish to know more? At this moment, I'm preparing for the arrival of a select hunting party. Baron Arnswin of Ravensmount has been invited. When a member of the Emperor's family is involved, there will be even more opportunities for me to put my large foot in it. There is yet much to do to prepare for this event. Unwelcome guests must be removed from the hunting preserve, and then I must tend to the hunting lodge. Ah, the drudgery of it all. Do you wish to know more? One of the most boring topics imaginable, but if you must. Groen, son of Gorbash, was a young dwarf warrior. 5 years ago, his most holy magnificence Emperor Hal made him the Count of Furdok. That still causes certain people's teeth to gnash. He is the most powerful baron in the country of Furdok and belongs to the old nobility. But between you and me, after the alleged murder of his sister, certain persons believe that he is not quite right in the head. He also started as a squire, but the squire of Emperor Reto. He then became Imperial Chancellor, and the head of the Imperial Garathian Information Agency, the IGIA, until he fell afoul of Nemrod, the Chief Inquisitor. His good name was really dragged through the mud when he was accused of attempting to murder Crown Prince Bryn. But apparently there are still certain persons who believe that he is a worthy man of Praos. They have produced the princes of Kosh since the kingdom of Bosbrin ended. They are very proud of their first knight, their great ancestor Bardwa, who fought at Raoul's side during the Great Demon Battle. But there was a different prince in the Kosh, even less than 100 years ago. Porquid of Furdock ruled for 20 years, and my family supported him. However, we sided with the loser. As always.
Do not disturb me. I'm loafing. Oh no, that sounds like work. Why must it always be me?
Greetings! Anything I should know? A barrier? Well, to work! I hope there aren't any more orcs around here.
Please, surprise me with some good news. I know them well. It will take them forever. Meanwhile, cool your heels or take on some meaningful task of your own choice before you come to see me again.
Dumb ox. Oh, excuse me. I didn't notice you there at all. Naturally, I wasn't referring to you. Bogomil, my most important associate. I should actually have passed through the toll station long since, but the dumb ox is simply run off. He's probably stuck at the Mellow Ox Tavern and I didn't notice it. I should have known that would happen. After all, this isn't the first time. Can't you quickly go look what's keeping him and nudge him to get moving? You'd be doing me a big favor. I can't really leave the animals here unattended. It's right down the path here.
Yes? I once knew a Bergamo Pagasol. He still owes me money.
Oh, nothing. I just think your idea of Bogomil is leading you astray. Of course. Look around the corner. Bogomil is standing in front of the tavern signboard. Bet if you ask him yourself, if you can. Welcome to the Mellow Ox. How may I help you? Yes, he belongs to old Hadjo. It's not the first time that he's stood there as if rooted to the spot. I think Bogomil is magically attracted to the tavern signboard. Took me a lot of time to find a suitable helmet. Sorry, no handouts here. No free rounds of ale, no tabs, and no loans. You'll have to put an adequate sum of money on the table. Yes, I suppose the helmet has seen better days. 1 ducat, and it's yours. How may I help you? You and that ox. Just sit down and have a drink. You're just not terribly convincing as an ox, even with the helmet. I don't think your size fits the image of a proper ox. Maybe you need someone of smaller stature. Ah,
I'm already almost taking that personally. We'll get this beast to move at some point, won't we? My uncle Norgrim, he was a mountain goat herder. He had the manners of a billy goat and smelled like a whole stable full of them. When he had consumed at least 5 pale ales and approached the beast, stripped to the waist, they all followed him. Well, I have an idea. I'll turn into the lead steer. I already have this helmet, so I'll do it for the fun and a couple of pale ales. Besides, nobody here knows me.
Well, I'll help with the pale ale.
That's a deal, scallywag.
Welcome to the Mellow Ox. How may I help you? Coming up, that'll be 10 farthings. And here comes the first ale. Tasty and fresh, straight from the barrel.
Ah, that hit the spot. My throat was as dry as dust. One more will do the trick.
Here, the next ale.
Of course. I'll get that ox to move. More ale.
Here, the next ale.
Oh, wait. Let me see if I can already speak ox language. Oxanian. Moo.
Here, the next ale.
I can feel the ox in me. Moo. Oh, that was good.
Right, the last ale.
Now, I'm brave enough to befriend that ox. Off with the shirt and bring on the ox. Moo, moo. Come on, Bogomil. Follow the lead animal. Moo.
Bogomil! Well, finally.
Moo. What fun that was. And 5 pale ales at no charge. That was worth it. Do you think so? Maybe it would have been better not to make an ox of myself.
How about if I had this ox helmet repaired by the local blacksmith? We can pick it up there then. I'm afraid that I hardly have anything that would be useful to you otherwise. Please believe me. I really can't spare any of my goods. But if it's really necessary, take some change in addition.